Hare Krishna. We are devotee. Please, uh, please tell your names and address where you live.
हरे कृष्णा। हरिप्रसाद प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। मम नाम श्याम रसिका, हम जर्मन टाउन नगरे वसामि। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय।
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. Dhanyavad for joining this association.
हरे कृष्णा। हर प्रसाद प्रभु, मम नाम हलाधर दास, अहम श्रीमद नगरे वसामि। प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। My humble obeisance to all the devotees on the phone calls. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you for joining.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी, दंडवत प्रणाम। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। मम नाम वल्ली, हमने परवल चिकागो नगरी में वसामि। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you for joining.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Please go ahead. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all the assembled devotee. Mama Nama Saranagata Devi Dasi, Aham Plattsburgh, Nagari Vasami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you for joining. Hare Krishna. Anyone would like to announce their names, please? Okay. So we have Sadhak Seva announcement. Sadhak Seva is practical Seva opportunities to help each other in situations like job search, finances, housing loan, and other type of help. Anyone would like to contact contact to email to the everydaychant@gmail.com. Hare Krishna. So today we are reading chapter 16, verse 1 to 3. Mataji, please take over the call now.
Thank you,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam everyone, all the assembled devotees. So we will start our class with the Mangala Charan prayer. It is, if you have a Bhagavad Gita book, then in the very beginning, this prayer is given. So we will start with that prayer now. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Twayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitan Tvam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदा वनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So Hare Krishna everyone. Again I welcome you all to this Sunday discussion and class. We are reading chapter 6. First 3 shlokas. We discussed these shlokas in last 2 classes. So today we are going to hear about the reflection. So let's revise. This is the chapter 16, the divine and demonic natures. So as we discussed, or as we had seen, that like the reason that Krishna included these last three chapters, without even Arjuna inquired anything about it. Because the previous, all the chapters, if you see, and later also, Krishna is actually answering Arjuna's questions. But here, like Krishna talks about the Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, the three modes, then he talks about the upside down tree, this material world, how it is a reflection of the spiritual world. Then what is this material world? What is the spiritual world? And who can go to spiritual world? Everything in detail. Uh, can we mute the other participants, Mataji? So Krishna spoke about it in great details about the material world, how it is a reflection of the spiritual world. And before that, he spoke about the three modes of material nature, which really runs this material world. After that, he comes to this 16th chapter, and now that he explained that in material world there are so many different type of species and so many different type of people are there. 4,000 type of just human beings are 4,000 types, and apart from that there are so many animals. Some are insects, some are crawling, some are flying. So Krishna explains that, and then in order to explain why these different types exist, I mean, different type of demonic species are there, different type of demigods are there. So all are there in this material worlds, and Krishna explains now these qualities of demonic nature and Devi means like a demigod, that qualities that really good personalities or demigod possess. So main difference between these two is that the demonic people, they think that I am the doer, and everything that I have or I can create, it is because of my own power or my own shakti. They think that I can rule the world. I am here to exploit everything is for my service, and I'm the king of this everything, material world, or all the opulences, all the people around me, they all should serve me. I should not be having any enemy. I should be having all the opulences in the world. So this mentality is a demonic mentality, and eventually Krishna shows to Arjuna that all these thinking or mentality, all these qualities, Duryodhana is possessing, and that is why it is very important to stop him from being a king and ruling this world. Because if a demonic person becomes a king, then there will be so much of a pain, suffering for the other human beings who are who are dependent on these personalities, who are dependent on this king, who needs actually protection from the king. But instead of that, if king is cruel, then they will get so much of a harassment, suffering. So it is the duty of a kshatriya and a person with a divya qualities to stop these personalities. So that's why Krishna starts telling Arjuna about this wonderful Daivi quality. So we saw that the chapter is the divine and the demonic qualities. That qualities are abhayam. Abhayam means like fearlessness. That Krishna says that fearlessness is a very important quality, and everyone who is having the Daivi quality must possess, or Divya quality must possess this Abhayam quality. So listen to all these 26 qualities very carefully, because I'm going to ask you that which qualities you would like to develop or you think that you possesses that. So let's go one by one over these qualities, and then you can give your reflection by telling that what qualities you really like and you want to develop. So fearlessness will come only when you believe that Krishna is a protector of my life, and believing that everything that is happening in my life is because of the Krishna, and it is according to his plan. I'm just a puppet, I'm just an instrument, and I'm just acting as if as Krishna wants me to be. In in a play, director wants certain character to act certain way, and certain character is given this some certain kind of acting. So we have to just act according to the Krishna's will, and to please Krishna. So when you have this firm faith in you, and when you have that, like, because I am doing everything according to the Krishna's plan, he is going to protect me all the time. He will, he will provide me whatever is required, and he will take away all the difficulties, all the all the impedance on my Krishna conscious way. So that firm faith should be there. This is a shloka. It's in the 9th chapter, 22 number shloka, that Ananyaschintayanto mam ye jana pariupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So if you have this firm faith, then abhayam will come automatically. Then Krishna said that sattva shuddhi is the next quality. So it is like a purification of one's existence, and that we can do it at different level. Purification of a bodily level, as you know, that like we clean the body, and that's how we purify the body by reading this wonderful scriptures, this shastra. We purify our mind, and to purify our consciousness, we have to chant constantly Krishna's name and hear this wonderful story. So that is a way of purification. After sattva samshuddhi, then comes a jnanam. So jnanam is like developing the knowledge. And again, for to develop the knowledge, it is recommended to read the Vedas. And it is very difficult in this today's Kali Yuga, because we are having such a short life. So we can't read all this Vedic literature, and also they are very each and every word in this Vedic literature is having such a vast meaning, or it's like a hidden, it's like a rahasya. Each and every Vedic mantra comes with so much confidential knowledge that you can't understand everything. It is like, they say that like behind the words or below underline knowledge. So it is very difficult to get that. So that's the reason that Srila Vyasdev, he wrote a commentary on this, all the Vedas, and that is called as a Vedanta Sutra. So in a sutra form, sutra means like a formula. So each and everything in the Vedas, whatever is given, in a sutra form, it is given in the Vedanta Sutra. So it is like a shorter version of all these Vedas. And after writing that, it is Srila Vyasadeva thought that even understanding this sutra is also very difficult. So he wrote a commentary on that, and that is a Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srimad Bhagavatam is there, and then this Bhagavad Gita, which is Krishna's words. In Krishna's word, he is giving all this knowledge that is required. I mean, because he wants to re-establish this dharma. So he's giving all this knowledge to Arjuna. He said that like I had given it long back to Suryadev, and then Suryadev passed on to Manu and then Ishwaku, and like that, this knowledge is coming down through disciplic succession. But sometimes it appears that this is like somewhere it is disturbed, this chain is disturbed, this knowledge is vanished, and that time I appear again, and again I give this knowledge to everyone. So right now he made Pandavas and especially Arjuna as an instrument to give this knowledge. Arjuna is asking this different question because Krishna is inspiring him to ask this different question, because Krishna wants all of us to have this knowledge. So this is a jnanam, that is a third quality, that is to gain this knowledge of a Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. The next quality is yogam. Yoga means connecting with the Lord. So after getting this knowledge, we try to establish the Lord. As we had seen that there are different ways, there are different rasas that people get connected to the Lord. This is a really high stage. It is not like the in the very beginning you will have these kind of experiences. In the very beginning, you have to always consider that you are a dasya, or you are a das of a Krishna, you are a servant of a Krishna. In that mood, you have to serve Krishna all the time. But as you progress, as there will be, as you cross different stages of a bhakti, there are 9 different stages of a bhakti. So one by one, you will step on, or you will climb these ladder, and then at the very last few stages, it's called as a bhava bhakti, or a prema bhakti. So that time you will understand that there is a relation between me and Krishna. It's not just uh, a light or a Brahma Jyoti, and I'm just sitting here. So there is a relation, and these relations are like there are 5 different relations that positive relations specifically mentioned. That these are first is a dasya. So that dasya is like you are worshipping to the Krishna in a very humble mood of a servant. That is like Hanumanji did it. Then the next relation that you can connect with Krishna is a Sakhya relation, that thinking that God or Lord Krishna is my friend. And then there is a better than that, or I will not say better, but then higher than that is a relation of a Vatsalya ras, where we considered that Krishna as your son. And then you worship or you connect with him or you love him in that mood. Because why I'm saying that it is higher, because it is inclusive of Dasya and also inclusive of a Sakhyaras also. So Vatsalya, everything is included in Vatsalya. And again, higher than Vatsalya is a conjugal love, where everything, the rest 3 rasas are also included in it. So these are the way that you can connect with the Krishna. Also, there are 7 other rasas are there, that is called as a Virya rasa, Raudra rasa. So there are many different ways that you can link with Krishna. So people do a lot of yogas nowadays, and they do so much of a breathing technique. But purpose of all that yoga is to link with Krishna, to find out or to connect with the Krishna who is sitting within our heart as a Paramatma. So we as a Atma and Krishna Amsha as a Paramatma, both are sitting in your heart, like 2 birds are sitting on a branch. So this we have to always remember, and somehow we have to look at this bird, Paramatma bird, and take a direction from this Paramatma bird. That is a yoga, that is a way of linking with Krishna. The next we learn is Vyavastita, means Sthiti. Sthiti means it's a Vyavastita means the situation. So situated firmly in this Krishna consciousness, that is the next stage. In order to situate firmly, we need what is it called as a goodness. So anything, any kind of a work, when you start in the beginning, you need passion to start that work. So creation happens due to passion. But maintenance or staying at that stage is sthiti. So if you are staying stably, I mean, if you vow to chant like certain rounds and you are chanting it regularly, you are keeping that time regularly, you are worshipping regularly. That means that you have some sattva guna. That is what is making you stay at that place or situate in that Krishna consciousness firmly. So that is a sthiti. So that is also very important to develop that firmness or staying or that determination to stay in that particular position. Because acquiring position, getting knowledge is very easy, but then implementing it and consistency or staying in that stage is very, very important, and it is a little bit challenging because we acquire knowledge very quickly, but implementing and then our faith, staying that firmly, it is very difficult because this material world or this maya is constantly pulling us in all the direction that, oh, don't do this, don't stay in this Krishna consciousness, or don't do this mode of goodness. That is what is Maya saying, and she's pulling us and she's attracting us with very different kind of attraction, sometimes through family members, sometimes through friends, sometimes through many different objects, and we get so much attracted that we leave the Krishna consciousness, and like somehow our faith diluted. We feel now and then that, like, am I on this really right path? Because I see the other people are so much enjoying these other objects, then why am I wasting my time in this Krishna consciousness? So this happens in everyone's life. So sthiti is very important, that firmly situate yourself, or firmly uh, put your intelligence in a place where it will not get attracted by anything. And then after that is sthitim, then vyavasthitam, then it is a danam. Charity is another example. So do charity, and we will see in length that whom should we give charity, in what consciousness we give charity, what time we give the charity. It is very, very important. We recently had this Surya Grahan, and it was said that like after that you should give the charity. So there are certain times in the Shastras that says that this certain time and certain places that you have to give the charity. You have to give the charity in the temples, or give it to the people who are in a mode of a goodness, or they are sattvic, or they are sadhus, or so brahmanas, or who are doing like, who dedicated life to gain the knowledge. You have to give charity to those people, because they completely dedicated their life to gain this knowledge and distribute it to everyone else. So it is our duty as a grahastha to give charity to them. Then is the arjavam, means simplicity. So that is also again important quality. Be simple. You should not be cunning, or like or trying to take out like something for yourself all the time. Our mind is made in certain way that like we have to always, we do any activity, we try to see that what's in it for me, how can I benefit from it, or like if I'm having a friends, how these friends are beneficial for me. All the time it thinks about it. So being simple is very divine quality, and you have to develop that quality. And also the simplicity in all your activities, simplicity in your talking, simplicity in your um, you know mm, every activity you can show this simplicity. So this quality is very important. After simplicity, it is said that Dhanam, the Dhamma, I missed, I think Dhamma. Dhamma means again controlling the senses, controlling your mind. Swadhyay, or doing the yajna. Yajnas are so many different type of yajnas that is explained in Bhagavad Gita chapter 3, 4, and many places these yajnas are explained. How you can dedicate your time or resources, that is all is called as a yajna. Yajna means uh, you know creating this fire and putting the different type of havan or havi into that. But yajna also means that putting yourself into something or some kind of a work. So when you are giving your resources, when you are giving your time to someone, when you are giving, dedicating your intelligence or any kind of a talent for the Krishna service, that is also yajna. The best yajna for this yuga is called as a Nama Sankirtan yajna, and you should engage into that. You should constantly chant Krishna's name, or at least make it a habit to chant certain round in early morning, certain round before eating, and certain round before you go to sleep. So that is also a way of remembering Krishna all day, all night. So yajna is very important. That is also recommended, and that is also considered as a quality. So now yajna can't be a quality, like, right? Because not a when you see in the human being, simplicity, yes, you can understand it is a quality, but how can yajna be a quality? So yajna means dedicating your life, your talent, your intelligence, your resources to Krishna's service. That is a yajna. So that is considered as a quality, and it is a action, or it is an activity. Bhakti is not a passive thing. Bhakti doesn't mean that like, oh, I believe in Krishna and that's all. No, bhakti means that if you believe in Krishna, then you have to show it. You have to your activities should show it that you are having bhakti towards the Krishna. Like when you say that like, I love my children, I love my country, so by just making that statement, you can't like prove yourself. You have to show that in your activities. So like that, Krishna is giving some of these qualities are not really qualities, but they are the actions. Those are the activities that Krishna is expecting to have a person with a Daivi gun, so that Krishna will also understand that you love him. I mean, of course, Krishna read your mind, he understands you, but this is a way of showing our bhakti, our love towards the Krishna. So chanting Krishna's name is a way to show Krishna that yes, we want to remember you, Krishna. We are thankful to you, we are grateful to you. It is said in every culture that you have to pray before eating, and you have to say thank you to the god for providing me or giving me bread and everything. So it is given in every culture. to at least 5 times, 3 times, 2 times remember that divine who had provided you everything. So that is a yajna. Then swadhyay. Swadhyay means again meditating on these qualities or the whatever you have heard, and also doing the self study is also called as a swadhyay. So that includes again studies of the shastra, meditating on it. Also the chanting the name of the Krishna is also swadhyay. Looking within yourself and trying to find out that like how Krishna is working in me, how through me Krishna is doing all this work, that is also swadhyay. So because you are doing charity, it's not that you are earning anything or you are donating anything, it is Krishna provided you, he is using you as an instrument. So studying this all carefully is also called as a swadhyay. So that is a swadhyay quality. So seeing Krishna in every activity or everywhere, that is a swadhyay. Then tapa means tapasya. So uh, there are so many stories that how people do tapasya, and in the past so many people had done tapasya. But tapasya means giving some kind of a discomfort you accept voluntarily, so that you can please Krishna, or you can do something good for the service of the Krishna. People do for the service of the mankind also, that is also considered as a tapasya. But here while reading this Bhagavad Gita, everything is referred to the devotion. So when you take a pain to do the Ekadashi, today is the Ekadashi Vrat, so not eating the grain, refraining yourself from the eating the grain, getting up early morning, it is a tapasya, because it's very difficult to get up in the early morning and chant your round. In the very beginning, you feel that there is a discomfort in your body. Once you are stable, or once you are sthitam, or what is the word, vyavasthita, then you will find it very easy to, like, get up in the morning. It becomes your routine to chant your round, read Bhagavad Gita, read Bhagavatam, talk about it to someone else. So this is all is called as a tapasya. Sorry, something is popping up. I don't know. I hope you can see me. Okay. Then after tapasya is arjavam, then ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-violence quality. So non-violence is also, again, it is explained by Prabhupada that it is not just that includes that not killing any animal. So refrain from eating meat and other other any other kind of a food that is troubling, or that is giving discomfort to any other animal. So that is also non-violence. Non-violence again is like with your tongue also you can do non-violence. Do not hurt anyone with your tongue. With your mind also you do non-violence activities. Do not think about any bad activities, because whatever you think, that will come into today or tomorrow, that will come into existence. So non-violence you have to do at every level: bodily level, mind level, senses level. So do not trouble anyone, and also non-violence towards yourself also, that you have to think about how you can do activities that will benefit yourself. If you are it is said that if you are ignoring this completely, that what is the aim of your life, why you had given this human life, if you are ignoring it completely and you are getting involved in the activities which are not at all spiritual, but those are like taking you towards more and more hellish planet, I mean activities which are uh, you know you developing your demonic qualities. So it is called as a you're killing your atma, killing your soul. I mean, that like atma is never, you can't kill, no one can kill atma, but it means that you are putting your atma to lower and lower and lower and lower species. Krishna will explain to in this chapter only that how Krishna will push that person who have possesses all this demonic quality to the hellish planet. So putting yourself into hellish planet or going downwards is also it's a violence towards yourself. So you have to create this quality of ahimsa, means how you can be very compassionate towards yourself. Satyam, again, talking every time Satyam, then again, whatever you are talking should be beneficial for everyone. It should not be hurting anyone. So even if I know some of the reality or some of the truth of someone, then I should not be put it into the way that it will hurt other person. So you have to be very careful while possessing this quality, or while actually acting on this Satya quality. That Satyam should be in a way that will benefit others. It should be pleasing to their ears. It should not be hurting to them anyway. And it should be beneficial for everyone, all the society. It's not that like only for that person's benefit I'm saying something to him, but that is going to be harmful for all the societies. You have to be very careful about this Satyam quality also. Then akrodha, you should be uh, never get angry. You should be angerless, or what is it called in the English? It is given akrodha is a freedom from anger. Then tyaga means renunciation. You should renunciate um, you should start detaching yourself from the very beginning. That is a quality, a very very important quality that will come. Renouncement, this renunciation quality, that is tyag and knowledge, that both will come when you start doing the bhakti automatically. These are the byproducts, but still Krishna is mentioning that as one of the divine quality. So you can develop also this quality by detaching yourself from house, family. And it is given that like what is this renunciation in the later part of this shloka also. So we will see that later. But creating this renunciation quality, or detaching yourself from all this material attachment, material relation, is very important. So when you will have a gyan that this body is not me, automatically in everything and anything that is connected with this body will get detached from yourself. So this gyan is very important, and this renunciation will come automatically. After renunciation, it is Shanti is another quality, being peaceful. Paishunam means you have to remove this. Sometimes we have a habit of finding faults in others. So, keeping yourself or stopping yourself from finding faults in others. How you can develop this quality? This is a very interesting quality, because all of us, when we were, when we look at some person, we have a tendency to find faults in others. Because why we faults others, or why we see or try to find out faults in others? Because we always want to be prove that we are better than others. So finding faults in others can be stopped by looking into the good qualities into that person. So that is a way of developing this quality. So, aversion to false finding, that is a paishunam. After that is a daya, showing compassion towards everyone. And then aloluptam means all the lobh, that means all the lust, you have to conquer that. That is a freedom from the greed, freedom from the lust. Then comes the aloluptam, then mardavam, saumyata, that is gentleness. Gentleness should be there again in your activities and your thinking and everything. So I see sometimes so many wonderful people are there, and they are very gentlemen. They are very, very nicely doing all their interaction with the others. But if you look carefully into them, they eat non-veg, they do all kind of very violent activities, in the sense that they think about those activities. So you have to really again see these qualities, and these are not to judge others, these are to judge yourself. So am I really gentleman? Am I really creating this quality of gentleness? Am I showing compassion towards every living being and towards myself? That is very important to ask now and then. That is a swadhyaya again. That is a checking these qualities, how they are developing in yourself. And if there is a any fault in you, then removing that fault. That is very, very important. So fault finding in others is not at all recommended, but fault finding in yourself is highly recommended. You have to keep looking and finding these fault, finding these weeds, and remove it from your garden of your heart, so that, like, your bhakti lata Bij will grow very nicely. After that is reap, that is a Vinay Shilata, that means it is a modesty. Then Achapalam means Drudata, that means determination. You should be very determined in what you are doing. Tejas, again, Tejas means you are having enthusiasm, creating enthusiasm in all your activities. It is very important to create enthusiasm in doing your bhakti also. If you have to give or chant any round, if you have to do any kind of a service, and if you are doing in the mood that, oh, I have to do it, someone asked me, so I'm, forcefully doing it, then in that consciousness, that work will not benefit you, either you or anyone around you also. So you have to be doing all your work in very enthusiasm, with a great enthusiasm. So Tejas quality is very, very important. Even if you are not having enthusiasm, try to get it. So to reading this shastra, talking to the very enthusiastic people, how they are getting, happiness by doing certain kind of services. If you hear that all, automatically your tejas or enthusiasm will will increase. And then Kshama, forgiveness. This is also very important quality. We all want to develop this quality of forgiveness, because unless and until we don't forgive others, we don't get that peacefulness, or we don't get the quality of akrodham, or shanti, or all other qualities that we were mentioning, that is related to this forgiveness. So someone did hurt you in the past, someone is doing something wrong with you, you have to have developed this quality of of forgiving that person and forgiving yourself also. So Kshama is very, very important quality. And we spoke about it, so I will just keep it short. After Kshama, the next quality is uh, Dhrita, or Dhruti, means Dhairya. So Dhairya means patience. Again, developing this quality of a patience. Many a times you start very enthusiastically this Krishna consciousness, or you take a vow that, oh, I will read Bhagavad Gita every day, I will attend this lectures every day, or I will read at least one shloka, or I will try to create these qualities. But after sometimes you will forget about it, or you will just lose that enthusiasm. So all these qualities are connected to each other. So you have to keep that enthusiasm going. For that, you need to have a mode of goodness. And also, when you are trying to develop these qualities, you have to have a dhairya, or a patience. Because many a times I try hard, and then I feel that, like, oh, it's not working, and I give up at that moment where the fruit is about to ripen, or I was about to get the fruit of all my hard work. So do not give up. So you have to have a patience. So dhairya is a very, very important quality that each and everyone who is on the practicing this Krishna consciousness, or you can see in the material life also, this determination and patience, these are all very important qualities to that will lead you to the success. So all these qualities are important, or they are very much recommended in the material life also. But here we are talking about how they can benefit you in on your spiritual journey. Then after that is envy. Okay. Lobha Vihinata. Okay, just a second. Kshama, Dhruti, Shaucham, Pavitriam, keep the purity within your heart, every level. Adroham means, again, Adroham is Nirmatsarata, means do not hating anyone, or not having any enviousness towards anyone. So removing this envy from within you. Ati manita means do not expect any honor from anyone. That is also very important. We expect a lot of honor, and when it is not, you're not getting it, then we lose our sometimes enthusiasm, our tejas, we lose our determination, we lose our dhairya. So in the beginning, we should have this no expectation policies that you should not be expecting, do not expect any kind of a respect from anyone. That is a very important quality. That is atimanita. And then bhavanti, that is a word that means ahet sampadam. So these are all the gunas, that is 26 qualities that Krishna explains to Arjuna, and he says that these are the divine qualities that you find in every person who is on this spiritual path or in a uh, divine status stage. So now you can all unmute yourself. You can switch on your camera also if you like, and explain one by one which qualities really liked you. From last 2 days you had been listening to this qualities in detail. So what is it that you really like? What are your reflection? What would you like to take it from this class? So please go one by one, or maybe I can call name. Chamarasika Mataji, are you there? Valli Mataji, would you like to start? Anybody is there?
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Yeah.
Dandavat Pranam. Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I took time to unmute. Actually, I have a question. When you said dhairyam, right? You said the meaning is patience. Is dhairyam patience, or to get strength within ourselves to protect our qualities? Dhairyam means, usually in our language, we ask to be strong and stable and determined. Because the negativities from outside will affect our devotional service, mainly when we hear or see something with our senses are so fluctuating. So not going into that, deviating to the different side, and keep ourselves with our goal that we have in our mind. That's
That
what
is
I think it
also,
is dhairya.
Yes, dhairya means that also, Mataji, and dhairya also means that patience, because we need lot of whatever you are saying, we need that patience in order to develop these qualities. The other thing that, like, as you are saying that dhruti is the word actually, and dhruti is translated as a dhairya in Marathi book, and it is translated here as a fortitude. So both these meanings are right, Mataji.
Okay. With Mataji, you have explained so nicely. Each and every quality, the good and bad, and how to cultivate it and how to avoid it. Everything depends on our mental status. That's what I feel. For me, the quality best I have within me is nirbhayatvam. As you said, bhaya and nirbhaya. From the childhood, in India, we are raised to develop that quality, because my mom used to say, you have to have fear in you. You are not afraid of anything. Be fearful to the parents or gurus or anything. Why are you not afraid? So I think that is inbuilt, or with the nature it comes. But that helped me a lot later part of my life. Because when I was facing these health issues and everything, I was never afraid, because I used to read one Hanuman sloka, Nirbhayatvam Arogata. So that is the place where I picked that one. When you are like Nirbhaya, and you will have that other qualities also easily. But for that quality to develop, we have to have good guidance also. So if we are doing bad things without nirbhayatvam, that is bad. Where we are going, where our conscious is moving, that is also very important to have that quality. And the one I have to develop is detachment. Actually, Mataji, I'm struggling with that. I don't have the quality of detachment. Mainly, I try to do that, but sometimes I get so much attached with emotional and all these things, and I'm trying to cultivate that habit. And I think with the Guru's mercy and with your classes, I will sometimes keep up with that.
Thank
All
you
the
so
other
much.
qualities are very nice, Mataji. So nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. The Nirbhayatvam, you said that the Abhayam is what quality you developed. So that comes with a firm faith. So faith is a basis of everything. So I'm glad that, you have a firm faith, and that is why this Nirbhayatvam is the quality developed in you. A detachment will come automatically when we are doing bhakti. It will, and studying of this Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, that will really give you detachment when you see in Srimad Bhagavatam that how this word is so much vast, and how Krishna, the creation chapter and all those chapters, if you read those carefully, you will understand that like how we are just insignificant, small, really, really insignificant living entities in this vast world. And this material world, you see, it's like, so many planets. There are like 14 planetary systems within one Brahmanda. In that floating 14 planetary system, like Earth is the smallest one. On that Earth, there are so many continents. In that continent, there is somewhere like small America. In that, there is a one state. In that, like, there are so many people, and we are one of that. So we are so insignificant. And this Brahmanda is just one small Brahmanda. There are so many other Brahmandas are there. If you have all this knowledge, we understand that we are so insignificant. Why to attach and why to take think that it is mine, it is yours, because this is all belongs to Krishna. We will come to the conclusion that how he is creating, and automatically that detachment quality develops. But very nice, Mataji, thank you so much.
And also, I remember two qualities when we think about those millions of species and birds, how insignificant we are, and also how fortunate we are to get this human life. So that is also very important to see the positive part of that one. We are there insignificant, but we can develop that quality and build that strength in ourselves because we got only this body of human, this life. So we have to save that for. Yesterday I was seeing on TV while exercising in the gym, there are like 100-year-old and 102-year-old people. So we have to keep our age extending to have this life for a longer time and take care of our surroundings also, Mataji. That's what I felt. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Anybody else? Bhandari. Surinder Bhandari ji, I think you unmuted yourself.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
I think
Krishna.
all these 26 qualities are very, very good and all, and they can be developed with the japa and all. But I like to develop most on the shanti, peace. And I have seen that if instead of finding fault with the other, you find the goodness in the other and appreciate those goodness and don't look into their faults. And that also gives a peace of mind.
Very true, Prabhuji. Yeah. Very well said. Yeah. Wonderful quality that you chose. Anything else?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Vikas Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. You've been wonderfully explaining all the qualities. Really very nice classes for the last 2-3 discussions on these 3 verses. So thanks for all of that. I was thinking of, and I was always, when I first read the definition Prabhupada gave for ahimsa, it was a interesting way to look at ahimsa, because normally in the secular sense of the word, it's seen as a completely different thing. Like if you're not killing, then that is ahimsa. You're not doing violence, that is ahimsa. But what is violence? And how Prabhupada has explained. And then when I was trying to understand that, I realized that ahimsa itself is spoken of in 3 different verses. So Krishna speaks of ahimsa in chapter 10, verse 4. Then he again speaks of it in chapter 13, verses 8 to 12, and now. And there is significance to ahimsa as such. So, and then Prabhupada, how he explains the word ahimsa, what does that mean? So from that perspective, ahimsa is really if we understand, and the first thing Krishna actually says, so if we understand Prabhupada's definition, a whole lot of questions that may arise in our mind may also go away. So I really like that quality about ahimsa, because Krishna says that we are not this body, we are this soul. So the soul taking a birth is itself misery, and perpetuating that misery is hinsa for any jiva, for yourself itself, and if we perpetuate somebody else's existence in this material world by forcing them, by one, making their current life miserable, and then by making them take another life, that is also hinsa. And by, if you have the means and not educating them that how to avoid next birth, is also hinsa. It's really how much in depth Prabhupada has explained ahimsa in these three verses is so interesting. And from that perspective, if you start to think of whether it is vegetarianism, whether you think about animal sacrifice, whether you think about in situations where you have to kill animal, or how we think about material activities. Prabhupada gives the example that all these movements and commissions is the word he uses. They are all really perpetuating hinsa, because they are not about the spirituality. If it is nothing about spirituality, you're actually just participating knowingly or unknowingly in some form of bhut hinsa, because you are perpetuating people's existence in this world. So I really liked that quality, and I find that if we and actually the other thing that I liked about this verse is, and long ago I had read, I think it was a Panchatantra story or similar, where it said that good qualities travel together and bad qualities travel together. So one of the things I was thinking about when I was looking at this verse is, if we are steadfast to one of the qualities in a complete or true sense, then very likely all the other good qualities will automatically start to develop. And if we are not steadfast to either one of them, and we sort of glue to even one of the bad qualities, all the bad qualities will start to come in. So then what is the quality that we need to become attached to? And at the end of the day, there is that verse which says that haro abhaktasya kuto mahadguna. So if you are actually not a bhakta, you cannot have any good quality. And if you are a bhakta, automatically all good qualities come in. So those those two things sort of stand out to me, that you need to actually end up becoming a bhakta. You have to have a little bit of bhakti, sustain it, and the way to sustain it is by trying to uh, nurture these qualities. And even if all of these qualities we cannot consciously nurture, then hold on to at least one very, very firmly, because that grip will bring the other qualities also within us. So that is how I was thinking on, uh, what is it in it for me, how to improve my own being. And one of the things that I need to curtail is what Valli Mataji said. It is about attachment. So being detached to, or becoming more and more detached to this world, and getting attached to Krishna. So that's how I was thinking about it, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So much wonderful explanation and your reflection, Prabhuji. Very helpful how you connected ahimsa, or how you found out that ahimsa is mentioned in different places. So thank you so much for that. And yes, I also really like the way first time I read it in this Bhagavad Gita, that what is the real meaning of ahimsa and how you should help other jivas to go back home, back to Godhead. That is ahimsa. And also, I like that, developing one quality will follow the other qualities. That is a very true, Prabhuji. Once you have a bhakti and faith in Krishna, automatically these qualities will develop. So, in other way, we have to develop this quality also, and we have to do swadhyaya and check on ourselves that whether we are having this divya qualities, I mean, at least slightly developed in us. That is also will give us our progress report on the bhakti. So that is also way to look at it. Thank you so much for wonderful reflection. We can write down these 26 qualities. That is what Prabhupada mentioned to, or asked all of his disciples to write down these 26 qualities on a piece of paper. And he said that write down on your wall or like on your door. Keep looking at it every day, that like my aim is to develop these qualities, or I have to self-study and see if these qualities are developed or not. So that is, we can also practically do that. I'm going to do it. Like, I mean, every time I read this, I say that it's somehow I haven't done it, but I'm going to do it now today. Hari Bol, thank you so much. Yeah.
Because Prabhu, what are the 3 verses you mentioned about the Bhagavad Gita, about Ahansha? Would you number that, please, again?
Sure, Prabhu. Chapter 10, verse 4. Chapter
10,
13.
4. Wait. 10, 4. Okay. Chapter 13.
Verses 8 to 12.
8 to
It's
12.
actually in verse 8 itself.
8, okay.
And then the verse we are reading, 16, 1, 3.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Prabhuji, any reflection, Haladadas Prabhuji, from you?
Yeah, well, real nice explanation of the 26 qualities about the divine qualities Lord has mentioned in this chapter. I mean, this verse. I just simply like to do anapeksha bhakti, if it's possible for me. And without, I don't see I could practice exactly 26 qualities myself. And simply, if Lord grant me the mercy on me, simply I like to chant Hare Krishna mantra properly with perfect attentions, which I tried. It's not possible. But if the Lord grants me that Hare Krishna mantra chanting properly and have an anapeksha, whatever He thinks I am within my sanskar in the past karmas, and not asking for anything, just simply do chanting for His pleasure and do my service. That's all I think I could do it. Hare Krishna.
Very good. Thank you so much. It's a definition of surrender. Anya abhilashita shunyam jnana karma vibhagacha.
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
I was
wonderful.
remembering Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, na dhananam na janam na sundarim, kavitawa jagdish kamaye, mama janmani janmani kare, bhavtat bhaktir ahitu kaitoi. If I could be qualified for that, be the greatest achievement for me, Mataji.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Har Prasad Prabhuji, Shamarasika Mataji, is any other? I see Rekha Mataji, Gita Mataji, Sita or Shita Mataji. So please unmute yourself and you can pick up any quality that you would like to develop or what you like about these verses.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Gita here.
Hare Krishna then.
Yeah, so quite a few things have already been said. I think if one surrenders, fearlessness comes automatically. And and I am seeing a little change, a little progress. I won't say a whole lot in myself in this area. I think I wanted to ask you about ahimsa in terms of like in other religions that we see around, people do eat non-vegetarian, without thinking. So do they not get liberation at all? I mean, this is sometimes I just, just a thought in my mind. You're welcome not to answer it. But I know in our religion and being in Krishna consciousness and many others that we should practice totally be vegetarian. But I just wonder how other religions go ahead with this.
Every religion, it is recommended, like, non-violence or not to eat meat, but like somehow it is twisted and twist and turn, and then people just for their own for their own enjoyment, they are turning away from this quality. Like in our Sanatan Dharma, it is recommended highly, but not everyone is following that. And on top of that, people questions that. So it is given in Buddhism also. Very much it is based on ahimsa, but you see that, like, even the Buddhist also, they go against. So if you are going against your own whatever you're following, that religion, we will not say it religion, it is a dharma. It is dharma is same for everyone. It is, even if it is like different rules are given, or like I'll say that, like, same rules are given, but in a different languages. That is what is all these religions are. So same rule, same thing is applicable for everyone, Mataji. So if others are not following it, it is difficult, because they will get the reaction of their all these activities, and they will have to suffer. And that's why we see so much of a suffering in this world, because these are the reaction coming from their previous karmas. So yes, they will not get the liberation, or they will not get spiritual benefits one if they are doing ahimsa. Or I'll say that they will have to suffer for their deeds and activities, whoever are eating meat. So Prabhupada is saying that so many not Mahabharat, but he was explaining about the war. Why Mahabharat war at the first place? Krishna, we wanted that war to happen because he wanted to remove all these demonic people. There were so many demonic kings were there that time. So they were all brought in one place, and they were all, like, during this yuddha, they all got killed. So after that also, like, it's restarted as if, like, Pandavas, with Pandavas, under Pandavas, Yudhishthir Maharaj's leadership, everything going smoothly. But then later on, after many years, you see that, like, this dharma will get diluted. People will not follow it, and then their progress stops. So in short, Mataji, no, they will not get benefit.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Mataji.
What quality
The
would
other
you
thing,
like to develop, Mataji?
yeah, I would like to develop angerlessness.
Mm.
Yeah, that is something that I'm struggling with. And yeah, and if you don't mind, I have another quick question. You mentioned about charity, that
Yes.
certain situations, are more helpful than others, or
Yes.
how to give charity is very important. Do
Yes.
you mind telling us a little bit?
Yes, 18 chapter describes a lot about the charity. Like, I mean, every activity, 18 chapter explaining it. So in 18 chapter, it is given that, like, charity is given in a mode of a goodness, charity given in a mode of passion, and charity given in a mode of ignorance. So charity given in a mode of a goodness is most beneficial. In ignorance, giving the charity means, like, you are not even in the mood of giving. You are just, throwing something to someone. People throw money at someone, so that is not a kind of a charity. And it is given to the person who is not even of that he is that person who is getting the charity. He should possess also the good qualities. I mean, of course, we want to give the needy people something, but that needy people, if they are doing something with the money they are getting from you, if they are buying the gun and they are killing 10 other people, then you also get the reaction. That is what is explained in Bhagavad Gita only. And the place also is matters. So this is said that this is the charity given in a mode of ignorance. Charity given in a mode of a passion means sometimes people give big charities, like politicians, and you see that, and they wanted their name, fame. So there is a hidden motive behind that, like, I want to gain a fame out of it, or I want I want to at least satisfy my pride. Even if I'm saying outwardly that, oh, I don't want fame or anything, but somewhere you wanted to, satisfy your pride, or somewhere, ego. and that is what you are feeding. So that is a charity given in a mode of a passion. And this kind of a charity is for like it sometimes it is beneficial for the others, like opening the hospitals and all this. These are all good quality good charities, but what is the consciousness behind that? Depending on that charity becomes in what mode that charity is given. So mode of goodness means like with the attitude that like it's I'm not the giver actually, so this is what is Krishna had given me, and I'm going to distribute it so that everyone, like it is a charity for all the humankind. Like Prabhupada explains that sometimes people have a very much love towards certain type of a species, like say dogs. Some are dog lovers, so they want to do everything for dog, 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 dog. They are not caring about other species or other people or other human beings in this world. Some people, they focus on like only certain kind of a people, certain castes, certain countries. But this should not be the way of charity. Means it should be beneficial for each and everyone. And what is the highest benefit? If they can go back home, back to Godhead. If child is lost in the middle of the road, he's crying, and if you're giving him chocolate, and if you're giving him something, and just you're leaving that place, that is a one way of helping that child. But other way is you holding his hand and just taking him that, oh, where is your home, let me find out your parents. And giving him a way or path towards his parents, or sending him home safely. That is the best way, but that is the best activity. And that's why it is said that the charity given which will help them progress on their Krishna consciousness or their way, go back home, back to Godhead, that is the best charity. And that's even Prabhuji mentioned about the ahimsa, that if you are helping someone progress on their Krishna consciousness, progress their atma is going step by step, step by step, that ladder we are climbing, that atma is pure, but he's somehow caught up into this material world, material body. So if you are helping them progress and slowly free them or get a liberation, then that is the best charity. That's why we generally give charity to the people who are doing this kind of a services, to the rishis, munis, people who are like, dedicating their life in studying the scriptures, or who are building temples. So these are the charity, because temple are the places where people come for the peace and that kind of a knowledge that they won't get it in the material world. So that is the best charity given, that is explained here also in the purport. But when 18th chapter will come, you will see the details. I hope that answers, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. So basically, what you're saying, that we should not give to beggars and all if we don't know how they're going to use that money, or
Yeah, so beggars means Mataji say, now I do this, or like I will say that in Krishna ISKCON's many temples, like ISKCON Delhi, and then there is very prominently they do the food distribution. Okay, so giving the food is a best thing that we had been told. But when we cook vegetarian food, that is a different thing. But that food, when we offer to the Krishna, it becomes a prasad. So you give or distribute them prasad. So you give the beggars, but you give them prasadam. That is what they need the most, because they need the mercy of the Krishna. You give them whatever they need. I mean, if there is a cold weather and all that, you give them blanket, you distributed these kind of things. So these kind of things are humanly things are recommended, but behind that the consciousness is important. And give them, instead of food, give them prasadam. Instead of giving them blankets, offer it to the Krishna and then distribute it too. So there is a slightest way of changing the consciousness, and it is highly recommended to give charity to everyone. But we just throw the money at like all these people, but we don't know what they do with that. So instead of that, buy food to them. And so that is just a slightest change I'm saying, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. So, if you say, ask me like, specific, if there is a situation, then I can really explain you how you can do charity work and you can still continue. because ISKCON does lot of charitable work. They give like food, shelter, and lot of things to the people. During Corona also helped so many people. But there is a way, I mean, instead of, they wanted everyone to distribute Krishna's mercy instead of just giving them food. So yeah, thank you so much. Anybody else? Rekha Mataji or Shamarasika Mataji, are you there? Or Haladar Das, Hariprasad Prabhuji, are you there? You are on mute, Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Hi.
Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for this explaining these 26 qualities of Vaishnava devotees. And as for me, I have to develop many qualities from this. But yeah, I would like to develop more on yajna or knowledge, so that we can read more scriptures and we can explain to others and spread this Prabhupada mission or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's knowledge to everyone. And another thing is serving more, Sakhya Bhav or Dasya Bhav. I have to develop more. So these are the things, Mataji.
Wonderful, Mataji. Thank you so much.
And how you was explaining about the donations, like ISKCON was doing so many projects. So I would like to share for the Ram Mandir opening in Ayodhya. There was, I think, for 1 month there was free food was distributed by ISKCON. There was a tent. Gauranga Prabhu, he was there for personally and distributing the prasadam to all the visitors. And in Mumbai and different places also, there is a 3,500 kids like school. They distribute the khichdi. So that is also one of the donations. So we can participate in that, or books distribution. We can give donation for the books. ISKCON Prabhupada books, because Prabhupada has given so much his time for the translation of Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. So if we can spread this knowledge, but if we can go personally, we can't go personally, but we can help the project book distribution by donating. These are the qualities. Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
thank you so much, Mataji. Also, like cow protection, we do
Yes.
so many cows are protected by ISKCON devotees, because even in India also people were killing and distributing this. I mean, I don't even want to go there, but ISKCON is protecting in so many ways, so many small projects, so many places that they are protecting cows and giving them. Protecting cow is like the protecting our culture, protecting our Sanatan Dharma. So that is also
Protective our mother, because cow is our second mother. So.
yeah, taking care of our earth, taking care of like Vrikshavalli. That is what is a very wonderful bhajan by Tukaram. So even protecting these trees, and that is a way of helping all the humankind and all the beings, because trees are giving fruit, food, and everything to everyone. So if you protect trees and if you take care of that part, everything else will be done automatically. You can't give donation to each and every place. So it is always said that you give the water at the root and every leaf of that tree will grow. So, right? So that way you have to find out the places where you can give the donation that will benefit everyone. Each and every leaves on that tree will get a benefit. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Prabhuji also there if they would like to.
No, he's busy, Mataji.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
Mataji, I have one question on the charity. The idea of charity, I think so, it is coming from Lord Krishna and all, and he's saying that you go and give charity there. Is it a true or it is not a true?
Sorry, Prabhuji, I didn't get you.
The idea of giving the charity comes only with the blessing of Lord Krishna. You give charity there and all, a person think himself, or it is coming from the Lord Krishna?
Uh, Prabhuji, I haven't heard much about this, that like who inspires us? Is it like Paramatma is inspiring us to give this charity? because Paramatma is talking to us and giving us so many wonderful instruction, but there are so many layers of our samskaras and so our ahankar, and so many layers are there, that all these instructions are getting filtered, and all these instructions are getting affected because of these samskar, these impressions, whatever activities we had done in the past because of that, and also because of our ahankar and many different modes. So yes, Krishna is always directing us in a really good way. He's always giving us good instruction. But why we see that like activities people are doing are bad activities? Because these instructions are getting affected with his own modes and with his own impressions. So I will say that always it is coming from the Krishna. He is inspiring you, but again it gets affected as it comes to you, comes to the action part, because that's when we add our ahankar into it, and that's why you feel that like I am doing charity, and that kind of what will I get in return? So all these things will get added to it. But still, I'll have to read more about it before giving you the right answer, Prabhuji.
So,
Yes,
Mataji, then in that case, that free will, we have free will also, no? Little bit,
yes,
little
yes,
bit. So that
yes,
is
we
what
have.
you're saying. That part that comes in free will. I
Yes,
mean,
yes,
Krishna
yes.
gives, but then we have that will. Yeah.
Free will is there. Yes, yes, Mataji.
Thank you,
Yes,
Mataji.
yes,
There
Mata.
to decide whether to give or not. Yeah.
Yeah, and in that case, Mataji, if there is some charity thing comes up, and if we surrender to Krishna, and we ask him, Krishna, I want to give this charity, but I don't have that capacity, but I want to do it. And that time Krishna guides us. And then if we decide to do that and we do that, Krishna provides that amount, like whatever we are
Mm.
charity. Like recently, I would like to give an example of your son, Vedanta. He donated his first salary to ISKCON temple. And my daughter, she also do the brick for the temple, and they are getting the benefits. Like Krishna is giving them back. So
Mm.
whenever, if though we don't have capacity to donate, but if we decide and Krishna gives us the mercy, then it happens, and Krishna gives us back in multiple times. So
Mm. Mm.
that
Thank
I would
you.
like to share, Mataji.
Yeah. So Prabhuji, answer to your question is that like Krishna inspires us all the time, but sometimes only we were able to put it into the action because we have a free will, and also we have to also how to keep our consciousness that time. That is also our free will. That is also in our hand. Haribol, sir. Somebody
That
was saying something. Yeah.
that comes from the false ego, I and he. That makes a difference on charity. There's a wall of the ego standing there, and that comes from I am doing, and that the charity comes from he's doing through me. That makes a difference, Mataji.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Mataji, I agree with this statement and all. He is giving, and we are just acting as a via
Yes.
media,
That's true.
giving to
Yes.
somebody and all further on.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. That is the highest consciousness, Prabhuji, that like keeping in mind all the time that he's giving, and I'm just an instrument.
And I should never be attached to that thing and all on the charity, especially.
Yes, yes, yes. True, Prabhuji. If we are giving charity for name, fame, or some benefit, then that charity is not considered as like a charity that is explained here, at least in this book. Yeah.
Just to add to this, Mataji, I've also heard in Vedanta that they say if you learn to give the most, favorite or thing that you're really very fond of, to learn detachment, you try to give what you really love in life and not something that you don't like and give it. That helps you in purifying your mind and getting detached also.
Yes, Mataji, very true statement. Yes. Nice. Thank you so much for adding it.
There's no such a charity. We don't owe anything, Mataji. Everything belongs to Krishna. So
Everything belongs
charity
to
we can
Krishna,
give?
and but then we are attached to something, just give up that, like the first.
Yeah, we're giving up the egos. That's all
Yeah,
we're doing.
giving
Right?
up the ego. Yeah. So yeah, in a way, what we can give it to Krishna, nothing, but we can give him the bhav. That's why he is a bhavagrahi Janardhan.
That's
Because
true.
he
Yeah.
just see how much quantity, what you are giving. No, he just see that what consciousness and what is your bhav or feeling. And that's all. Only Krishna, he accept that. Yeah, very true.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. I am try to come out the fear and forgive to others internally and clean up my body. I am trying now. Those quality develop in me.
Nice, Mataji, that fearlessness or abhayam is you are trying to develop. And what is the other thing you said, Mataji?
And clean up my body.
Purity.
Purity.
Purity. Oh, that is wonderful, Mataji. Like Shastras recommended to at least take bath 3 times a day to keep your body clean. That is your outer side body. There are again many different ways also, but while keeping your body clean, you also while taking a shower, you invoke a prayer so that like whatever water that is pouring on your body, that water is coming from all the different wonderful rivers, Ganges, Saraswati, Narmada. You can chant their name that they are purifying me. That is a one purification, and purify yourself in a mood that like after purifying, why I'm purifying, I want to go and take a darshan of a Krishna, so I'm purifying myself or purifying my body so that I can take a darshan of Krishna. When you go in front of a Krishna after cleaning your body, if you can chant the name, if you can remember Krishna's Leela, that will help purify your mind. And if you do that in the early morning, then throughout the day you can, have that wonderful thoughts, and that purification process will continue. So wherever there is so that is at a mind level, then at a conscious level and at a different level, you have to do this purification. So that is a wonderful quality to develop, Mataji. We are all trying to purify ourselves because we are all affected by this material world and all these three gunas. These gunas are also like three different colors are, kind of put on to or covered our consciousness. So we are purifying that. We are removing that. We are removing those colors, and we are getting our like original pure form. And how we are doing it? By studying this shastras, by chanting this name and repeating Krishna's pastime, and kind of engaging our mind into this wonderful activities. That is a way of purifying. So that is, thank you so much. And abhayam is a quality.
I have one more questions.
Yes.
Jain, my husband is Jain and I am believing Krishna. I heard Bhagavad Gita. I born and brought up. But they said don't use too much water, and we clean up our body. We take bath 3 times, and we prefer to wear clean clothes. So please explain me that.
Yes, Mataji, we are not supposed to waste any of the resources that Krishna is giving. Wasting this all the resources, or like even the food, or like water, or like plants, like unnecessary. We should not be doing that, but using it for the service of the Krishna. That is what is whatever resources are given, we have to use it for the service of the Krishna. If you are praying 3 times a day, you are worshipping Krishna, then you are allowed to take the use that water. That is a quota he kept for you. So you are allowed to use that to purify your body. But unnecessarily, that water is, or people do like so many sona, what is it that I don't even know, that like tub full of water and this kind of a bath, that
Sauna.
kind. Yeah. So wasting this kind of a water is not, but like say your plants, you're growing wonderful plants, vegetable in your garden, they need water and you have to give that much water. So unnecessary waste of water, I understand, but keeping your body clean is very, very important. Wearing the clean clothes. I mean, when you are doing the DT worship, you have to wear a clean clothes every day. It is washed clothes, and they should not be kept on the even bed. I mean, keep wash your cloth, fold it, and keep it in your keep it in some place where like clean place. So use the water to worship your deities, to clean your deities also. So this is like utilizing that all the resources for the Krishna service is very important, and that is highly recommended in our Shastras.
But excuse me, Mataji, in Kalyug to have bath 3 times a day is honestly not practical. I mean, at least in the Western world, in the winters and all that. I mean, yeah, I know we should be hygienic, clean, and everything, but
Yeah.
3 times a bath or whenever,
Is not possible. Yeah.
Anyway, it's personal, but I just thought.
Yeah, Mataji, these are the things given as like, they are the highest level. So whatever is possible, we should do that. So in summer anyway, we take 2 times a day bath. Definitely we do that. So yeah. So if not at the time of taking prasadam, if it is not possible, at least twice a day you should take. But then again, that is whatever is possible, try to do it.
Mataji,
Yeah.
it's hard. People said, I am prefer to go ISKCON temple, and people think I am detached with the social life, and they always call me, and some people call me and told me to come here, and it's a how to maintain relationship. Is we need to stop relation with those people, and we need to involve only in Krishna consciousness, and it's
Yeah.
a law of US. You need to socialize.
Yes, Mataji, you need
Compulsory.
to socialize
So
and
how to maintain those things?
yeah, Mataji. It is very hard. It is very hard, especially all your family is not in Krishna consciousness. So you maintain your social relations also, but just don't take their association. You can go wherever people are calling you, and you can definitely socialize, but do not get so much involved in them that like you will change your lifestyle, and you will go back and try to be like them. But you can definitely go visit them, where you can if they are doing birthday parties, go wish them. They can in fact give them a book as a prasadam. Take prasadam, if there is a party potluck, make like nice prasadam and give it to them, so that everyone will get a benefit, and you also try to honor only prasadam. So that is the way, and it's very difficult, Mataji, to maintain social life and this. If you have a lot of Krishna conscious people around you, if you are in a society of all the bhaktas, then it is very easy. In India also, it is very easy sometimes, but it is very difficult here. So try to, Mataji, go and maintain those relation. Also try to give them, provide them Krishna consciousness. By giving them only food. Do not give them knowledge if they are not ready. Do not try to speak about Bhagavad Gita. I do these classes, not nothing. Just go listen to whatever they are saying, but in your mind you can chant Krishna's name. You can call them also at your home and give them nice prasadam. But if they are talking about something, you be there. It's not that like you have to completely avoid them, and you have to socialize. That this is a way. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't prefer to eat outside food, so it's sometimes people told me you should eat outside food, and I'm trying to avoid eat
Yeah.
food outside.
Yeah, that is the best thing, Mataji. Do not eat outside, but you can tell something that I have a diet. When you say that, like, or I have allergies, I sometimes used to tell that onion garlic. Now I said that, like, I have an onion garlic allergy. So you say that allergy. That is a word you can use to avoid food that or it affects my health. My doctor recommended me to eat fresh food at home only. So you can tell that and avoid using it as much as you can.
I do as much as you myself.
Yeah, it is difficult. Sometimes I was told that then only you can eat fruits if it is fruits are available, fruit plate is available. So there are different ways, just find out and work with it, Mataji. It is something that with experience slowly you will also understand. But we should be very compassionate. That is a most important quality. You should not be rude or avoiding anyone with that will hurt people. You should be very compassionate. So very compassionately, you can tell them that these are some things that will hurt my body. So that's the reason I'm trying to avoid it. So you don't have to explain that this is because of I'm in Krishna consciousness all the time. You can tell them that it is very harmful for my body, or it affects if I go to the party late night, I can't get up in the morning, and it's very important that I start my and my acidity increases. Something people says that when I get affected, like whole body will trouble me the next day morning. So I don't stay late in the party. So I'll come to the party, but I will leave it at like a 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So very compassionately you should be doing these activities, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, and also about watering the plant, to not waste the point you were saying. It was very nicely you explained. And what I do when I wash the rice or dal or any sabjis, I collect that water in a bucket or any big pot, and then I put that water in the plant. So that is uh, vitamins to plants also, and they grow very nicely. So if you want, you can try this, everyone.
Yeah, I try to do it with the rice and dal and all, and wash that. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji, for reminding again. And
So that the water is not get wasted, and we can use that, recycle the water.
yeah. So thank you, everyone. Wonderful points and discussion. So next time we will see all the demonic qualities, and we have to really carefully read it and see that these will never ever develop in us, or if it is there, then we have to remove it or try hard to avoid associating or association of these people also, because wine is controlled not to go out and all, because some people they influence us so easily. So that's the reason we have to study these qualities carefully. And we do that like in material life also. It's not about just ISKCON, it's about the material growth also. Say my kids when growing up in India, or like when I was growing up in India, there was nothing, no connection with ISKCON or anything, but still my mother used to make sure that I'm in among the friends who are having good qualities, or I'm in among the friends who are clean, or they're eating proper food, or so as a parent she used to take care of in that way. And in that sense I also used to take care of my kids when they were young, that avoid these friends, or in the college also you have to be very careful. If these great friends are having bad habits, you will also get caught up. And so we keep on giving these lectures like to our kids. So like that Prabhupada had told us, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had given us this instruction. We are their kids, and they want us to be safe, and that's the reason. So these are the care, I mean, very genuine instruction coming down from our mother. We will try to do as much as we can, because in college and all, in this situation, kids used to say that like, okay, as much as we can follow or try to avoid, we will do that, but not all the time it is possible. So whatever works for everyone, try to do that. But look at them as if like your mother is telling to avoid you certain things and develop certain things. And that way you will find it very, very loving, this Bhagavad Gita, that how Krishna is very carefully wants to grow this, or see our progress. So thank you again. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Namacharan Das Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Ekadashi Vratam ki jai, Rukmini Dwadashi ki jai. Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
What did you say, Rukmini Dwadashi, Mataji?
So in morning lecture, I heard today is Rukmini Dwadashi, but today is actually Ekadashi, so must be tomorrow. Rukmini's appearance day, and we were reading Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto 60th chapter. I couldn't read it completely because our class was at 7:20, but today is the today or tomorrow is Rukmini's appearance day. Mata Rukmini's, who is a divine Krishna's divine consort in all the Leela.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna and happy Ekadashi to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Radhe Radhe.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Radhe. Dandavat pranam.